What we're going to do is establish a couple of things in a very short period of time. One, the jury, after hearing both sides, can choose that Adam keeps the whole deal or Will. The next thing is, you guys can split it. And then the other question is the $50 cash spiff. Those are 3 items on the table for today. I've said it very time and time again that when you guys got issues, work them the fuck out. You don't want them hitting managers' desks. Okay? This one couldn't get resolved, so these 3 people are going to decide, and then management will just adhere to whatever that decision is.
No cameras in the courtroom.
Okay? Adam, take the stand. Who's got a stopwatch or a second hand? You have 5 minutes to tell your story. Guys, no laughing, guys. I'm being serious here. I don't want to spend my Saturdays fucking around with this shit. Somebody tell them to stop, start and stop.
Go.
Thursday afternoon, I was sitting at TJ's desk. A gentleman walked in, and I greeted him. He said that he saw a van online, and he wanted to know if it was still here and available. I said, sure, let me go and check. I said, why don't you have a seat? Offered the customer water. Went and found the keys. He told me what year it was and about what miles it had. Went and found the inventory card from Matt's desk. Got the stock number, keys out of the key machine. Went back to the customer, told him, well, I have both of these here. It looks like the vehicle's available. Let me go pull it up and we'll take a look at it. Went and pulled it up, looked at it, got a full up card, went on a test drive, made a copy of his driver's license, came back. The vehicle was for the gentleman that came in. The van was for the son who was in Michigan. And he said that he was just here to look at it. We were on a 3-way with the son on the phone. We negotiated back and forth, and I wrote the deal.
Okay? Thank you. Now, you have a chance to call one person, anybody in this room you want, other than myself, to try to, whoever knows something about this that might help you.
Ernie.
Okay. Ernie Mateo. Ernie Mateo. You have 1 minute and time to sit down. Somebody clock it.
What am I supposed to say?
I don't know. He called you.
Well, to his defense, the customer didn't ask for anybody upstairs. Didn't say, I'm here to see John. I'm not here to see Leah. He just asked for the van. So he got the key, pulled the van around, and showed it to him. So will he been a little bit more like, what you happen to see it? What website? Did you spoke to anybody? And try to find out a little bit more further how the customer got here. Unfortunately, a lot of us have stopped doing that. Somebody doesn't ask for BDC. Oh, well, it's a fresh up. Let's grab it and sell them. That's wrong, but that's how it gotten lately around here. And that's wrong, so. But to his defense, they didn't ask for anybody.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Will Ellis, please have a seat. 5 minutes. Somebody got a clicker?
I got it. You can go, Will.
It was brought to my attention pretty early on that it was probably my BDC. I did not go about it the right way. I did not approach Adam. He was with the customer. I brought it to management's attention. The vehicle, and this is, I heard it was pulled up on the side of the building, so that's one thing. The other thing is, I don't know if he always does this, the up card was turned upside down over on TJ's desk. He did work the deal at TJ's desk too. When I turned it over, it was in fact the same customer that was up on the BDC sheet. I did try, it was brought to Adam's attention before the deal was closed. And further appeals were made after the deal was closed. He made no attempt to make the situation right.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, you have one person to call that can help you out.
Carl?
Carl.
Can we get an interpreter?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You can't be Evan.
Carl, you have 1 minute.
I think he knew who was the guy when he made a copy of his license, because the board's right there. He just figured he got a customer. I mean, when you make a copy of a person's license, you can look at the BDC board. I mean, then like Ernie said, someone comes in, you take it as a fresh up, but then, after 30 seconds of qualifying, you can just look on the board, oh, you talk to Leah or John or someone, here goes your BDC.
Okay. Each jurist gets to ask one question of each. Jerry?
And when you saw the car pulled up on the side of the building and it was cleaned up, did you maybe guess or have an inkling there?
I was actually the one that pulled it up on the side of the building, went and got the keys, went up in the rain myself, and pulled up the.
So it wasn't just sitting there?
Nope, it was all the way in the back.
Ask Will a question.
Well, why didn't you call your BDC beforehand?
Because there was no phone number.
Okay.
Sam?
Was the check mark erased?
Yes.
Okay. At what point in time did you realize it was this BDC?
Probably, I would say 7 to 8 minutes after I was already with the customer. I had already built up a rapport with them.
Charles?
Ooh, that was weak. 7 to 8
In all
minutes.
honesty, did you have a feeling that it was a BDC from the beginning, that you were kind of just glomming the deal?
No.
Even though he was talking about his son out of state, payment on a specific car? Like Bernie said, that we've kind of gotten lax at that point of not digging a little bit more to find out what brought this customer in. Truly in the back of your mind, did you think it was a BDC? Or have an inkling that it was a BDC and avoided those questions
No.
because you're gonna be able to keep the deal?
No.
Do you truly believe that?
Yes.
I really don't know what to ask Will. I mean, Will's kind of the victim of the way it went down, so. I mean, there's nobody he could have called and to get the guy to ask for him. It was the father as opposed to the son.
Okay. You three stay here, everybody else in the conference room. You guys can talk, do what you want, figure it out, when you're ready, come on back. You gonna stay in here, okay?
Yeah.
I have a hard time believing that Adam really didn't know it was a BDC.
I think there's a key point that
That's
7 to 8.
it right there.
7 to 8 minutes,
No,
and he built a rapport.
no. I mean,
If it was 2 hours later,
is
I
Adam
get it.
guilty of skating Will on a one-on-one? I don't think so. Because he probably didn't know whose BDC it was at the time.
Yeah.
But from the moment the guy walked in, and I probably shouldn't be saying this because it wasn't part of the testimony, I was standing by that door when he gave him the water and sat him down at TJ's desk. Now, I didn't hear any conversation or anything that was going on.
Yeah.
But I think he's blatantly guilty of not asking the right questions or knowing it was a BDC from the get-go. Because the
Right.
guy in the beginning said, this is for my son who's in Michigan. How did you find the vehicle? The guy says, my son saw it online.
Yeah.
Right there, I mean, obviously, there was some contact made to bring the guy in.
Yep.
He didn't just show up hoping that it was still there.
I think it's going to be a split deal, but the spin's going to go to Adam because he did all the work.
Pardon me?
So I think we should do a split deal, and then the split goes to Adam because the check mark wasn't raised.
Yeah, and he did the work, like you
He
said.
did all the work.
So the check mark, you said, goes to Adam, right?
Yeah, no, I say that the deal gets split deal.
Yeah.
And we know Adam. But $50 spiff goes to Adam because he did all the work and the check mark didn't get a raise.
The $50 spiff,
Yeah.
but it's only one of the, can we choose two out of that?
Yeah, it's this, what we're trying to decide is if it's 100% deal to either or
Yeah.
if it's a
Or
split
split.
deal. And then who
Nice.
gets the spit?
$50,
Okay, Jerry?
What are you thinking, Jerry? I think it should definitely be a split because of
I think it
blatant.
is.
I think it's to teach a lesson, and unfortunately, Adam's gonna be
Kind of
the
ticks me
guy
off
here.
there was no phone number on the dog.
It's a weird deal, and there's not a lot of gray area on it.
Yeah.
The only weak part of Adam's defense is what he even said in here: 7 to 8 minutes. He was with the customer and built a rapport, and that's when he found out it was Will's BDC.
No.
7 to 8
He knew
minutes.
within the first 30 seconds.
Well, even if it was
anyway.
7
Yeah, but even
minutes,
7 to 8 minutes,
I-
Charles. If you're with some guy for under 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden you find out it's somebody else's,
Turn it over.
you're gonna turn it
I
over.
always tell
If you're with the guy for 2 hours and you find out, then it's a different
I
story.
mean, pure example, 2 weeks ago, TJ was with the people for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They had never said they talked to anybody upstairs.
Yeah,
They were
right.
looking at escapes in general.
Yeah.
And still came to me.
Yeah.
Hey, Charles, I got your BDC.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the way we all need to get back to, and
Right.
Adam's gonna be an example here. But like you said, 7 to 8 minutes, he knew within that time.
Yeah, he admitted
Did he
it.
purposely not think about it? I think so. I mean,
Nobody asks anymore if people come in.
No.
If they come in,
Bad
"Well, you
qualifying."
haven't been
I
thinking
do.
before."
Yeah.
It should be part of the qualifying process. It's right there in source.
Yeah.
When you're doing the up card.
Oh, yeah, I bought the car here.
All right, so the verdict. The verdict.
Well, definitely
Split $50 to Adam.
So split.
Unless we can split the spit in half too.
We never do that.
I didn't think so.
Then you guys can just bring your votes in to Todd.
Maybe give another one a split. Why should Adam get an extra 50 for being, I don't wanna say dumb, because he's not dumb.
I think that's actually probably, yeah. No
So no spiff.
Yeah, no
Split, no spiff.
All right.
Man up and look out for each other.
All right, guys. They got a verdict. So they're coming in.
Guys, this is the end. It's a trial by your peers. So whatever it is, it's final. There will not be any.
See if the foreman has
You can hand them to Todd.
Thank you. Adam, please rise. One is split deal, no spiff. Second, split deal, no spiff. Third, split deal, no spiff. That is the ruling of the dealership. The deal will be split. Adam keeps his $50. Congratulations, you guys. Democracy at work. Thank you guys for doing that. And I hope in the future we can resolve these types of things before they get out of hand. Work together, help each other like we've always in the past. Move on. Because guys, I'm telling you something. You're going to be on the opposite side of that one day. You're going to need help moving a car, snow. You're going to need everybody's help at one point. So you have to be able to lend help. Now that the verdict's over, I am going to tell you a little something. If somebody came looking for that specific vehicle and you didn't ask them what brought them in, you're not doing your job properly. And I waited to say this until the end. Because there is nothing worse than working a deal, bumping them, and then the customer getting upset because it's a higher price that they saw it on the internet. We lose what? Credibility.